Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Chosen One with two guns, repping that EmZ Bitch TV. And today we got Erick Holder and Christopher Darden. Now check it. So Christopher Darden is the man representing Erick Holder. Erick Holder is the guy that took the life of the great rapper Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. So check it. So Christopher Darden, the beginning, hella threats all over. But now the difference is that he's saying that now the threats are being towards his kids. You feel me? He said back in the day when he was doing the O.J. Simpson, he said it was still threats, but he said it wasn't that bad because he said the people back in the day wasn't hiding behind the keyboard. He said this is the difference. You feel me? But this is not O.J. Simpson. This is this is Erick Holder, the man who's responsible for killing great rapper Nipsey Hussle, bro. You feel me? So ain't nobody trying to hear none of this. Ain't nobody trying to hear that you're doing your job and that he's a human being just like anybody else that has the right to be represented. Nobody's trying to hear none of that. So anyway, fast forward. Yesterday he had court with Erick Holder. Erick Holder showed up to court yesterday. Yeah, Erick Holder. And now mind you, we only seen Erick Holder so far about what? This is maybe like what, the second time? Basically, now it's like the third time. Supposedly on video, right? Supposedly the video that everybody got the same as him, right? And then the second time was when he showed up to court the first time. Remember when he was behind the glass, he was hiding behind Christopher Darden. He kept going. Remember, Christopher Darden said he tried his best to shield. I mean, he tried his best to shield Erick Holder from the people in the camera. That's why if you look at it, he was like this in front of Erick Holder. He kept going like this, you know what I'm saying? He kept blocking him, he kept moving, and Erick Holder was behind him. He kept trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying his best not for the camera to really catch him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we still did, obviously. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to be able to cover him that big. Even though Christopher Darden, the big, heavy-set dude, still, you know what I'm saying? There's no way around that, bro. But anyway, so yesterday they had court. Yesterday was the date that, the last day that Christopher Darden had to show up to step down from the position he was in of representing Erick Holder. So Erick Holder himself also had to go to court. He had to show up to be there to sign the paperwork saying that he knows that his lawyer will not be representing him no more. He had to be there. You have to show up to sign the paperwork. So with that said, y'all, Erick Holder now has a public defender, aka public defender. No, my bad. Public pretender. That's what we call them out here. Public defender, we don't call them. We call those public pretenders because they pretend to defend you. In reality, a public pretender is working for the state. Obviously, they're working for the state because you're not paying them. The state is paying them. So they're working for the state. A public pretender's job is really to get you to cop out. Their job is not to help you beat anything. This is why you get lawyers. Their job is not to help you beat nothing. Their job is to actually help you cop out, which means take the charge and whatever little deal they're going to try to get you, which it won't be that much of a sweet deal because you don't have a lawyer. A public defender is not going to try their best to give you a sweet deal because you're not paying them. So they're not going to try their best. As long as they get you to cop out, which means to take a charge, any charge which goes under a felony, they did their job. They did their job and they will get paid lovely, even though they get paid either way. But once you get the cop out and you take that charge, you plead guilty to whatever charge you're going to plead guilty to, they did what they're supposed to do because they don't work for you. They work for the state. Their job is to make sure you don't beat this, to make sure you don't come out of this, you know what I'm saying, with nothing on you at all. Then that's their job, you know what I'm saying? They work with the state, which means they are against you. So with that said, right, now this is for the people that are, yeah, it's a conspiracy, the government this, the government that. Okay, now, if it's true that the government really did pay this guy or whatever to do what he did, right? Now, if this is true, then why is Christopher Darden stepping down then? Because if this was true, right, Christopher Darden would never step down. He would never leave his position. Because if the government was protecting Erick, like a lot of people think, right, that means that there will be hella police police officers watching that lawyer every day from the second he leaves his house, the second he come home. There will be at least 2-3 officers parked in front of his house, patrolling the whole area to make sure nothing happens to him. Also, there will be officers patrolling whatever school his kids go to make sure nothing happens to their kids, to his kid. If this was really real, what a lot of people are saying. You gotta think, y'all. Y'all have to think, bro. I know it's easy to point the finger at the white man like a lot of people do. It's easy to point fingers, but in reality, y'all, this was just another black man that killed another black man. That's it, y'all. Stop looking for excuses. That's it. Point blank period, bro. Point blank period. If this was just another man that killed another man that happens to be black, bro. At the end of the day, if Nipsey Hussle, they say if Nipsey Hussle had a gun, he would still be here. No, he wouldn't. You know why? Because Nipsey would have never had enough time to reach out. Because the way that guy came around and shot those two in the back and then hit Nipsey, Nipsey wouldn't have had enough chance to take it out. He would have to have it, even if he had it in his hand. Even if Nipsey had the gun in his hand, like this, talking, he still would have got hit the same way. Because he didn't see it coming. Point blank period, Nipsey should have never been outside thinking it was sweet around people that he thought was his friends. You feel me? When shots fired, everybody scattered. The dude that was like his right-hand man, Cowboy, that dude Cowboy, he was in the store the whole time. He came out the store like literally 5 minutes after Erick, or supposedly Erick, after the victim, after the guy that ran off and left. Because at the end of the day, the video that we see, I can't really tell that that's Erick, y'all. At the end of the day, I can't tell that it's him. I mean, people saying it's him, they got enough evidence that it's him, people saying that it's him. But what if it's not him, though? What if it's not him? I'm just saying, what if it really ain't? What if he's taking the fall for it, you know, and it's not really him? But let's just say, okay, it is him. Either way, Nipsey didn't have a chance in hell of nothing. You feel me? He should have never been outside with a few people that didn't have no weapon. These guys didn't have nothing. They was out there naked. In the streets, we call that being naked. You feel me? This guy was a millionaire. He was a good rapper, a dope rapper. At the end of the day, it don't matter how good you do to the people. You could buy a condominium and let everybody live rent free. You could take care of the whole hood. There's always going to be one person very jealous. There's always going to be one person that's going to want to take your spot. And Erick Holder was that guy that wanted to take his spot. Right? That's what they're saying, right? Now it's coming out that Erick Holder was even signed to Nipsey Hussle label at one point. At one point. Y'all don't believe me? Go listen to BG Knockout interview on Vlad TV. Shout out to Vlad TV. That's the big bro. Watch that interview. Now you're going to say he's lying? BG Knockout is an OG on the West Coast. He got plugs all over. And he bang also. You feel me? And OGs like that, they got a lot of sting. You feel me? They got stripes. You know, they get to find out stuff that goes on in the hood within the first 5-10 minutes. He said he knew it was Erick Holder in the first 10 minutes. He knew it was Erick that killed Nipsey. Within 10 minutes, he said he knew it was him. You feel me? That's because he's an OG from the West Coast. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He's an OG. He gets information ASAP to him. Anything happens. And on top of that, he a Crip also. So you feel me? At the end of the day, BG Knockout said he was signed to Nipsey. He was an aspiring rapper. Basically, you put two and two together. You feel me? Then come to find out, he had gotten locked up. Erick had gotten locked up with one of Nipsey's boys. Something had happened. He became an informant or whatever. This is where the problem came from. Nipsey kicked him out of the label, right? Now, Erick Holder disappeared for 2 whole years. Nobody ain't know where he was at. 2 whole years he disappeared. He popped up on the scene the day of the marathon shooting. That's when he popped up on the scene. And this was Nipsey said, yo, homie, I don't want you around here. What is you doing, dog? You know what you did, bruh. We don't want you around here. Take that stuff out of here. Disrespected Erick. Erick felt very disrespected. That's when he left and came back and did what he did. I know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just telling y'all, this is what happened. There's no conspiracy. There's no none of that, John. You feel me? It was just a black man that killed another black man. It is what it is. It happens every day, bro. You feel me? But now we're talking about Christopher Darden. Christopher Darden is out the picture officially. Yesterday was his last day. That was it. Erick Holder had to come to court. If y'all want to see the clip of Erick Holder in court, I got the clip right after this. I'm going to show y'all the whole clip of him in court and signing the paper and everything. This is a fresh clip because he's wearing a yellow jumpsuit this time. And you're going to see him actually sign the paper away, saying that he's going to be represented now by a public pretender. Now, also before I leave, they're saying that his next court date is sometime next month. But that's neither here or there. I can't really believe that. At the end of the day, judges and courts, they change the court dates all the time. You know what I'm saying? You could think you have a court date, and when that day comes, you over here getting ready. You feel me? You done 20 push-ups. You getting hyped. You know what I'm saying? You got your whole outfit folded up, ready to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you go down there, they go tell you, oh no, you got to reschedule 2-3 months from now. This is how the system is. So don't get it twisted. They say he gonna have court next month. He might not have it. Don't be waiting for that. That's all I'm saying. Don't wait for it. As far as what happened with the lawyer thing, it did happen. It happened on Friday. Christopher Darden is out the picture. One last time. Public pretender is now gonna represent Erick Holder, which is a very bad thing. Before I leave again, now, if this was the government, why would they get him a public pretender and not an official lawyer? Think about it. That's all I got to say, y'all. Watch the clip right after this. EmZ 100.
It's hard to get, but if you get it, then you get it. They try to leave me in the dark, but I'm ready. And when it come to beef, no, I'm with it. And when it come to beef, I'm a skillet. And when it come to beats, hardly skillet. Low banana, swing the hammer. Garden state, my mind state never mattered. Burning A's, pitching hard bass off the batter. Been the crash like the NASDAQ.
Yeah, what up? Hope y'all like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, smash that like button, and drop them comments. Also, for those who want to show love and support the EmZ TV, there's Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo located in the description box in every video. Chosen one, 2 guns, EmZ. Don't forget the TV 100.